Good morning, everyone. Looks like we got a break in the weather and for a beautiful day for the groundbreaking ceremony for the Kingston Veterans Memorial. My name is Bob Ketter. I am an Army veteran, a Kingston resident, and chairman of the Kingston Veterans Memorial Work Group. I will serve as the master of ceremonies for today's event. But before we begin, we'd like to have all those rise for the singing of the national anthem by Bill Alberti, a Kingston resident, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning, Kingston, and veterans and family and friends, citizens. Please join me in the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Woo!
All right, remain standing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Well, before we really start, happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps.
Hey! Hoorah! Hoorah!
You can sit down now, Jim. We'll keep this ceremony brief, but we have many to thank and recognize. First, thank you to the veterans and guests for being here today for this groundbreaking ceremony. We truly appreciate it, and we've enjoyed working to get us to this particular point. It was 2 years ago today, or at the Veterans Luncheon, that Rick Vino, Army captain and longtime Kingston resident, introduced the subject to the Veterans Memorial or Veterans Breakfast. And the assembled crowd was asked to join up and volunteer for this activity. He had outlined what his goal was, and that was to have a memorial that was going to reflect all services or branches of service, including the Merchant Marine and the National Guard. As such, this model or memorial was going to be different than any of the other memorials here in town that are specific to particular conflicts or wars. The mission was to create a beautiful and interactive space that was available on a day-to-day basis to all Kingston residents and to acknowledge the freedoms that we all enjoy today. Among the goals for the memorial, it was to be a place for people to be able to reflect, a place for educational activities, and a place to be part of community activities. The design we have chosen reflects that criteria. From the luncheon work group, a group of volunteers were put together. We began a town-wide search for the proper or perfect location. We looked at a number of spots around town, consulted with numerous peoples and groups in the town. To everyone's good fortune, we landed here on the front lawn of our beautiful townhouse. It is the hub of all sorts of activities in the town of Kingston, not the least of which is the annual Memorial Day Parade. We took our request for this space to the Board of Selectmen, and we were unanimously approved by the board. Designing the memorial was a very big endeavor for us. Our partner in this was Grady Consulting and specifically landscape architect Bart Lipinski. And this was invaluable at this particular phase. Publicizing our project and looking for funding from a range of sources was a central focus. Through many avenues and with the help of many individuals and organizations, we succeeded in securing financing this spring. There are many here today we want to thank for recognizing and assisting us and getting us through all these twists and turns and obstacles and things to overcome along the way to reach this important milestone where we will have the groundbreaking for this wonderful memorial. Before we actually put shovels into the ground, I would like to invite a few people to say a few words about this vital project. First, I would like to introduce State Representative Kathleen Lenatra, a Kingston supporter, or Kingston resident and big supporter of our project. Representative?
First, thank you for the promotion. Appreciate that. Good morning, Kingston. It's so great to see all of you here today. It reminds me of Memorial Day here on Veterans Day to see everybody, and now we'll be able to have a Veterans Day event as well. I was approached by the board, by this committee. I was strong-armed by this committee. They're a wonderful committee, and they approached me about funding. You know, everything costs money, right? Everything costs money. We need money for this, money for that. But I was happy to do it. I'm a daughter of a veteran. My son's a veteran. And this is really important to me and important to my family. So I was very fortunate enough and was able to get funds to support this project. And I'm really grateful to the House and the Speaker for that. But I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for everybody here behind me for having this vision and having it come to light. So everybody, happy Veterans Day, and kiss a veteran today, thank a veteran today, not just only today, but every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Lenatra. Now I would like to introduce Kimberly Emberg, who is the chairman of the Board of Selectmen in Kingston. She has been a staunch supporter of this project from the very beginning. Kimberly?
Thank you all for being here today to celebrate the results of the passion and hard work of an amazing group of people. Their service to the town and our country is truly remarkable, and it's an honor to be here today to be part of this groundbreaking ceremony. From the initial discussions, through the brainstorming of potential locations, and reviewing various funding sources, the Board of Selectmen has been strong supporters of this memorial, and we couldn't be happier with the final design and the location. Thank you for all of your hard work and dedication, and thank you for your service. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kimberly. Now I'd like to introduce Keith Hickey, who is the town administrator, to say a few words, and he's been an important advocate and supporter of this project as well.
Thank you very much. Welcome and congratulations to the veterans and the residents of Kingston for your efforts you've made to arrive at this moment. I'm humbled and honored to be here with so many heroes to break ground on this incredible memorial. It is wonderful that this initiative will become a reality for all to enjoy and appreciate for years to come. The importance of this endeavor cannot be overstated. Part of the importance of this memorial is that it is an initiative for a group of Kingston residents I'd like to take a moment to thank and recognize for their hard work. Bob Ketter, who's now the chairman of this committee, Veterans Service Administrative Assistants Priscilla Brackett and Den Forbes, James Gallagher, excuse me, Robert King, David McKee, Linda Ragusto, and Rick Vino. I'd like to thank them very much. They have worked tirelessly to bring this forward to this community. It's going to be something this community, I think, can be proud of for years to come. So congratulations. Thank you very much, and thank you to all the veterans for your service.
Thank you, Keith. So in addition to those that we have heard from, we offer recognition and thanks to some additional people. To Senator Susan Moran, the Board of Selectmen, many towns, officials, and employees, and you know who you are. But most importantly, we'd like to pay tribute to the late Brad Norman, who was the facilities manager for the town. He passed away recently, but he was a huge supporter and very active in helping us lay out where everything was going to be here. The planning board for giving us a planning grant that allowed us to get into the initial phase of this project. The Elizabeth B. Sampson Trust for grants that allowed us to do that preliminary planning and engineering. And for their support and expertise, Grady Consulting, here a local firm just right down the street from us, who have been so instrumental in being able to help us put this together. That in conjunction with Sean Dormady, a local businessman whose knowledge of all things concrete has been the most valuable in trying to lay out our patio and platform for this project. In addition to that, Paul Armstrong, whose knowledge of building permits and planning in the town has been so instrumental on keeping us on track. You know, we weren't exactly a seasoned group of people to turn around and figure out how to lay all this thing out. It took a lot of expertise from other people to get us to this particular point. And lastly, as mentioned, just the town of Kingston for their affirmative vote at the town meeting last spring that enabled us to get the total funding to get this project really off the ground to this point for today. And Keith mentioned Priscilla Brackett, whose steadfast support as our Veterans Service Office Manager has just been incalculable. She is probably hiding now because she's so humble, but
She's setting up the luncheon.
we all need food. So, and I will also now like to recognize members of the planning or the Veterans Memorial Work Group. They have worked tirelessly in pursuing all aspects of this project, from the big ideas down to the little details, which we ensures that we have arrived here today successfully. Our work is not finished by any stretch of the imagination, but because of this milestone, we will be able to move forward, and we are looking forward to the grand opening or the dedication of this project, Memorial Day 2024, May 27th. In addition to myself, members of the committee, Den Forbes, Jim Gallagher, Bob King, Dave McKee, and our founding chairman, Rick Vino. Now for the moment that we've all been waiting for. Would the members of the work group and Representative Lenatra and Kimberly Emberg please come forward, and let's grab some shovels and dig some dirt. That doesn't sound right. So where are we going to do this?
You know where it's going to be?
No, we're going to do it right up
Right
here.
here?
We're just gonna
Okay.
stick the shovel in the ground.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, good idea. Line up and grab it for me. Okay, over here. Get close together. Get close together.
Well, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, tighten up the ranks. All right, ready? Let's
Yeah.
dig. All right, we've done it.
You're gonna put it back. We just made the hole.
replace your divots.
There, I was just gonna get that.
There you go.
So we didn't
All
have to
right.
make the lines.
We want to thank all